Hello and welcome to The Explainer. Today we are going to crack the code on a part of English that trips up pretty much everyone, phrasal verbs. If you've ever felt like you're missing some kind of secret password to have a fluent conversation, then you are definitely in the right place. So let's get into it.
Have you ever just stopped and wondered, why does adding a tiny little word like up or for totally change a verb you thought you knew? I mean, look means to see, right? But then look for means to search. And give is to offer something, but give up means you quit. It feels so random, but I promise you, it's really not.
You see, you haven't hit a roadblock here. You've actually found a secret passage. Phrasal verbs aren't just some boring grammar rules in a textbook. No. They are the code that native speakers use all the time without even thinking about it. And today, we're going to learn how to break that code. Okay, Section 1, Cracking the English Code. So, first things first, what are phrasal verbs really? At its heart, it's actually a pretty simple formula. You take a basic verb, you add a small word called a particle, like on, up, or away, and boom, you get a completely new meaning. It's kind of like linguistic alchemy. The verb and the particle mean one thing on their own, but when you put them together, they transform into something totally different.
So why even bother with this? Well, because cracking this code is your ticket to the next level of English. Seriously, you'll not only sound way more natural, but you'll finally understand what's actually going on in movies, you'll be able to follow those fast-paced conversations, and you'll really get the nuance of the language. They are absolutely everywhere.
Section 2, the 2 golden rules. Okay, now that we know what they are, let's figure out how to use them. This is where most people get tangled up, but it really all comes down to 2 simple rules: separable versus inseparable. Okay, so every single phrasal verb fits into one of 2 buckets, separable or inseparable. Separable means you can actually put the object of your sentence right in the middle of the phrasal verb. Inseparable means you can't. The verb and its little particle are basically glued together. Let's see what that actually looks like. So let's take a really common separable verb, turn on. You can put the object after the phrase, just like this, turn on the light. Simple, totally correct. And here's the cool part, because it's separable, you can also split it up and stick the object right in the middle. Turn the light on. Both are 100% correct, and that flexibility is what it's all about. Now, for an inseparable verb, like look for. With these guys, there's no choice. The verb and its particle, they stick together no matter what. So the object has to come at the end. I'm looking for my keys.
Yeah, if you try to split that one up and say, I'm looking my keys for, it just sounds wrong, doesn't it? These verbs just can't be broken apart. So the big takeaway here is you just have to know which type you're dealing with.
Section 3, Mastering the Pronoun Rule. Okay, so you've got the 2 main types down. But there's one more little secret to learn. A special trick that only applies to those separable verbs. So what happens if instead of saying the light or my keys, we use a pronoun, like it, them, him, or her? Does that change the rules? Oh yeah, it does. And this is a real game changer. Here's the rule, and this one is an absolute. If the object is a pronoun, like it or them, it must, and I mean must, go in the middle of a separable verb. There are 0 exceptions to this one. Let's go back to our turn on example. If the light becomes it, you can only say turn it on. You can't say turn on it anymore. That is always incorrect. Getting this one little rule right will make you sound instantly more fluent. Section 4, Your Essential Starter Kit. All right, you have the rules, you've got the code. Now let's get practical with a little starter kit of common phrasal verbs you can start using today. First up, run out of. You hear this all the time when you don't have any more of something. Notice it's inseparable. You can't say, we've run milk out of. You gotta say, we've run out of milk. Next is look after. This is another inseparable one, and it just means to take care of someone or something. You'd ask a friend, can you look after my cat? Not, can you look my cat after? Okay, now for a separable one, call off, which means to cancel. And here you've got options. They called the meeting off, or they called off the meeting. But remember that pronoun rule. It's always they called it off. And a classic, give up, meaning to quit or stop trying. Since it's separable, you can say he gave up smoking, or you can say he gave smoking up. Just don't give up on learning these.
Section 5, Your Next Mission.
Whew,
we have covered a lot of ground. We've defined the code, we learned the rules, and we even got our starter kit. So, it's time for your final mission briefing.
Here it is, the keys to the kingdom. Just remember this cheat sheet. Number 1, a phrasal verb is just a verb plus a particle that makes a new meaning. 2, you got to figure out if it's separable or inseparable. And 3, never ever forget the golden pronoun rule. For separable verbs, pronouns like it or them always go in the middle. That's it. That's the whole code.
So, you're now officially a phrasal verb codebreaker. You have the tools. You can use these with confidence. So start listening for them in music, in movies, in conversations. The question isn't what do they mean anymore. Now, it's what will you do with them? Go find out.